Okay, so the important thing here, Hank, your Cowboys, you went down to Dallas. You were so excited to get to Jerry's World, to see your Cowboys in action. Tell us, how did the game go from your point of view?
I have never seen in person witness someone have the yips like Dak had the yips. Obviously, I wasn't watching the broadcast. I was watching the game. The first interception was a terrible throw, and it was like we had good seats. You could see it happen in front of you, and you could see he was telegraphing the pass. It was a bad throw, poorly thrown ball, got intercepted. And it was like, that was a bad throw. He got sacked on the third down when he just didn't get rid of the ball. He held on to it for too long, got sacked, and it was like, he has the yips. Before he even threw the pick six, I was, talking to the people around me. I was like, Dak has the yips. He can't throw. Like, he literally cannot throw. The defense didn't show up, but Dak Prescott, he had the yips. There was no other way to describe it. After the interception and after watching him get sacked when, he had a bunch of opportunities to throw the ball away and he just held on to it and got sacked, it was like, he doesn't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, there was a look. There was a look on his face after the first pick where you could see him thinking, oh, no, it's happening again. And then once you start thinking that way, then it's going to happen again and again and again.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do?
He was missing. He was CD. Lamb dropped he had that one drop early. That was bad juju. But he was missing everything. It wasn't even like they were. It was never close. It was never close. There was one holding call on Micah Parsons in that first Packers drive. That was how they missed his call. But everything else, the Packers just shit on them.
Yeah. So how, as a diehard Cowboys fan, what do you think the future of the team? What do they got to do?
I think you got to get rid of Dak.
Okay.
You can't pay Dak.
Disagree.
CD and Parsons.
Okay.
You got to get rid of Dak. You got to get Bill Belichick in there, clean house, let him run the show. And if they don't do that, I don't know. If they don't get Belichick, guys, I don't know if I can be a Cowboy. It was a tough. I was also not death threats, but I'm not going to say that Cowboys fans were the most welcoming to me.
Oh,
at the end of the game,
what happened?
At halftime, people were they weren't nice. I'll tell you that.
What were they saying? You were wearing a Dak jersey.
I was wearing a Dak jersey, and they were like, "Dude, why are you here? This is all your fault." I was like,
"Did you remind?"
Dak has the yips.
The Cowboys have never lost a playoff game until Hank Lockwood got involved.
Did you also remind them that
stay in the concourse, dude? That's what you did for the Patriots, right? And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh.
And so I did. I was like, "All right, I'll try it." That didn't work either.
Yeah. Did you remind
the guy that
them?
said it wasn't it wasn't friendly. He was basically he didn't block the entryway or back to my seats, but he kind of stepped in front of me. It was like, "You're staying in the concourse, right?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "That's what you did for the Patriots." And I was like, "All right, yeah, dude, I guess, yeah." I didn't feel that way. I didn't, the Patriots times I did it. It was a feeling thing. It was like someone from above was speaking to me, being like, "Go on this concourse." I didn't get that feeling, but I felt obligated to because this guy basically threatened me if I didn't.
Wait, God? You're saying that God told you to stay on the concourse?
Yeah, it was just like you got see what happens if you go on this concourse and good things happen.
So, Hank, I got something good for you
for the Patriots games, not today.
Our esports reporter Darren Ravel. By the way, shout out Darren Ravel. I know MLK Day is a big day for him. Hopefully, he can show us all his paraphernalia and collectibles.
I like memorabilia.
I like paraphernalia.
It's paraphernalia.
Like it's bongs.
Yeah. No,
I got a bong signed by MLK.
Oh, he does. He literally does. He's like, look, I have this sheet that MLK signed his name so he could get his mail when he was arrested. He's like, look at this, guys. Isn't this cool? Either way, yeah. So Darren Ravel, let's see some of that stuff. MLK Day. I know it's a big day for you. You have over 9. Over 9?
I think it's over 9. 9.
That's
plus.
funny on today of all days.
Also, see, Big Cat's trying to be a hater on Ravel right now, but he's forgetting the fact that Ravel very clearly stated he has many black friends.
On today of all days, either way, he did have a good scoop, our esports reporter. This will cheer you up, Hank. He tweeted, soon after Bill Belichick was let go from the Browns in 1996, he ran into Jerry Jones at a ski resort. I can coach, Belichick told Jones. If you ever get an opportunity, don't forget about me. Jones said on radio in 2019 that he often thought about that conversation. Also, Bill Belichick's single, so Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick just getting on the bus together.
Getting the scrippers up there.
Yeah,
Also,
just going
the
crazy.
thing that people aren't talking about, like I was kind of talking to the people around me, and I said it. It just hit me, and I said it, and then the more you say it, the more you believe it. But like, McDaniel's available too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, to bring in with Belichick?
Yes.
You don't mean as a head coach?
You don't mean as a head coach.
No.
Oh.
Belichick and McDaniel's together.
Yeah.
Together again.
And you're back.
And Bill O'Brien probably too.
And Dak Prescott.
No, but like but McDaniel's and Belichick, like they were dominant.
Yeah.
You can't deny that.
It honestly wouldn't be the worst
Bill
idea.
O'Brien was part of the coaching staff, but he was never like when he was offensive coordinator, he wasn't as good.
It'd be
Belichick and McDaniel's head coach, offensive coordinator were literally like the greatest tandem in coaching history.
It'd be so funny if they did that.
They're both available.
And they like get to a Super Bowl.
Jerry Jones has the money.
And then Josh McDaniels gets hired again as a head coach somewhere else.
Yeah, someone would do that.
That'd be awesome.
Sure. All right. Well, Hank, we got some other important stuff we want to talk to you about. So you went to the game with our friend Tiffany Gomas.
Yep.
How was that?
It was fun. We had a good time.
As a Cowboys fan, what's it like leaving in the third quarter?
We actually stayed.
But
I'm not going to call anyone out specifically. But we did. I'm sure we'll get into the pool thing. We did make the bet, and then Tiffany was like, "If the Packers cover this on their own, I'll also jump in the pool." So we stayed because we are like, maybe the Packers are going to get 54 points on their own.
Right.
Yeah, who left, though?
After the game was over.
You were about to say
After the
somebody
game was
left.
over, and
Yeah.
no, we stayed. I'm saying we stayed.
Okay. Yeah.
But Cowboys fan, die hard. We stayed, and then pictures were like, let's take some pictures. And in my head, I was like, if I just watched the Patriots get fucking waxed, the last thing I would be doing is taking pictures. But there was a lot of pictures being taken by Cowboys fans down on the field after that performance, which was stunning. It was
It's Jerry World. You gotta go see it.
It was crazy.
Sometimes the stadium is bigger than the team. Okay, so this pool
But
bet.
we stayed for the whole game.
So explain the pool bet for us.
So we were in the game, and Tiffany, was her idea. She was like, we got to do a bet. And I said, like, she was like, what should we do? Like, it's 30 degrees. It's like, it's colder now. And obviously growing up in Massachusetts, being in Chicago now, where it's way, way, way colder, 25 degrees is cold, but it's not that cold. People in Dallas were freaking out. Like Tiffany was like freaking out. She's like, it's so cold. It's so cold. It's so cold. We should do a bet where one of us has to jump in the pool. And I, as you guys know, I've been doing the ice buckets, whatever you call
Cold
them.
tubs?
Ice buckets, yep.
Cold tubs. So I was like, sure.
Ice
let's
bucket
do it.
challenge?
Yeah, the ice bucket challenge every day. And I was like, let's do over under. But we kind of were talking about it. We didn't make it official until I think it was after the Packers scored their second touchdown. So I just looked at whatever the live total was, which was 54.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I was like, pick over under. Like, it's your choice. The total is 54. You pick over, or pick whatever you want. I'll take the opposite. And she picked over. Obviously, that cash.
There's 80 points
had to
scored,
jump
yeah.
into
Yeah.
the pool.
So
So-
she thought there would be a lot of scoring going on this weekend. You weren't quite so sure there would be as much scoring.
Well, I just said whatever you take, I'll take the opposite.
Okay, all right,
Got it.
nice. So then the pool bet happens. So you have to jump into the pool. Let's put the clip in, and I actually want to put it in for even podcast listeners because if you haven't seen the clip, this should make you go watch the clip because you won't get to see it if you're listening to this, but you'll get to hear it, and you have to go watch it. Hank jumps in this pool, and Hank, I gotta say, so Max and PFT came running in, and they're like, "You got to watch this video," but the minute you said, "I'm gonna run on hardwood floors with wet feet," I was like, "Oh, I think I know where this is going." But then it's even a better plot twist. So let's play it.
Cowboys lost, everything lost, over, hit, I want to die. It's 30, maybe it's 20 degrees in Dallas. This pool is probably colder.
14.
14 degrees. Oh my God, oh my God.
So he's running.
They're throwing towels on him.
Yep.
He's drying off his jeans.
Here comes the problem. He's going on hardwood floors with wet feet. Here he goes.
Wipe his feet.
Oh! And if you're listening to the podcast, like I said, go watch the video because that sound you just heard was Hank slipping on the floor and his knee going into the drywall and putting the biggest dent. It looks like a frat boy after losing some beer pong, just fist through the drywall. Hank, talk us through this moment, please.
Yeah, you just watch the clip. As you can see, in my head I was like, I'm gonna dry off before I go into the inside. And Tiffany was behind me. She's like, just go in. She said that in the clip. She's like, just run in. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to sprint, get to the showers as quick as I can. And I didn't realize like I'd hurt. And I think my scream got blocked by the sound of the wall because I thought I screamed pretty loud. And then I just ran into the shower after, and I was in the shower and I was like, did I actually fuck up the wall? Like, and they were like, oh yeah. My knee is pretty fucking sore. And yeah, I guess it was good. I don't know. I'm just the content factor.
It's an all-time video. So I assume, being the gentleman you are, you've been plastering Tiffany's walls since then?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Home Depot tomorrow.
Got it.
Are you gonna a little?
By the way,
use
my flight got canceled.
Oh,
shit! I'm not even joking.
Shit!
Yeah.
You're gonna be in Dallas till Tuesday.
You're gonna have to.
Damn.
I have no choice.
You could use some caulk.
That could work on the wall.
Have you thought about caulking your wall?
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna take care of it.
Okay.
What was
take care of it. Nice.
Yeah. What did it feel like hitting Tiffany's back wall?
It hurt. It hurt a lot. My knee is sore.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the video, besides like all of it, was after you hit the wall, and then she's following you with the camera, and then you just dip out. You just dip the fuck out because it looks like you realized what happened.
Freezing.
It looks like you realized what happened, and you were like, "I'm just gonna sprint to the bathroom and pretend this never happened, and maybe just leave out the back door, and then she won't see me ever again."
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that. I said I got in the shower and I was like, is the wall actually fucked up?
Is she mad at you?
I obviously felt it, but I didn't know if there was like my knee just really hurt or if I actually put a hole in it.
Is she mad? Is she upset with you?
No, she's probably still laughing. Like she's
it was hilarious. It's an all-time video.
The funniest thing that's ever happened.
Hank, it's such a good video. I immediately texted Dave and I said that it was a Milton Hank move to have that happen. That was a Milton Hank. And he hasn't replied. He might have gone to bed. I contemplated calling him to be like, you have to watch this video because it was so good. And the remakes, I'm going to watch this video, I would say probably 500 more times.
The sound is so good.
In the next week. The remakes are great.
I think memes did the video because I felt like I was doing a Looney Tunes.
Yeah, he did it.
Slid. I felt in the moment like I slipped on my feet 10 times.
Oh, memes immediately rushed to his computer and just started fucking firing off remakes.
He's like, I got 5 hours of work in front of me right now.
It's just so perfect. So, Hank, last question for you. Our investigative reporter, Jersey Jerry, did you see this tweet?
I did see this tweet.
Our investigative reporter, Jersey Jerry, he's probably the best investigative reporter out there. He said, just doing some detective work, Henry. It seems to me like this is Ms. Gomas' recent emoji use. So she posted a picture of her text conversation with her mother. And one of the emojis that's frequently used is the eggplant emoji. So Jerry was wondering. I'm not wondering. PFT's not wondering. Jerry's wondering, can you confirm if this eggplant emoji was used in text with you?
It was not used in text with me, no. So,
okay.
I don't know. I don't know who it was, but it was not me.
Okay. Maybe to her friends being like, Hank's coming over.
Yeah, I just know it wasn't me.
Maybe she just has you saved in her phone as the eggplant.
Yeah, who knows? Jerry's on the case, though. I'm sure we'll find out.
Case. So overall, what would you rate your experience in? Let me do the Roback question. Roback question, RHOBACK.com. Use promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-Zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Roback.com. Do it right now. Best Q-Zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, fleeces. It's cold. Get the vest. They have the best clothes out there. Hank, how would you rate your experience in Dallas?
My personal experience in Dallas was fantastic. 10 out of 10, great time. experience as a Cowboys fan today, it tried me. I got to really think some things. If they don't get Belichick, like I think this might be it. I'll say that.
Yeah. Well, they're
Like they're fucking terrible. The Cowboys fans were not nice to me. And Dak Prescott's horrible. Like literally is a quarterback that can't throw. He had the yips. Like he could not throw. He could not throw. Every drive it was like this guy doesn't think he can make a completion, and then he didn't. And then he threw like the pick six was bad. The first interception was bad. It was stunning stuff to see. I don't know how Cowboys fans can get up for this team.
Yeah.
it's a rough
every
thing.
year.
Need Belichick.
And they do.
They need McDaniels.
And the beautiful thing about Cowboys fans is they do and they will continue to get up for this game.
Mm-hmm. Every year. They're the best front runners in the world.
Like in training camp next year, we're going to say exactly what's going to happen to the Cowboys, and they're going to be like, fuck you guys, Dallas is back, title town.
This year's different. You see what we did to the Giants?
Yeah. And it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to love every second of it. Now, Hank, there was a report today that Arthur Blank's private jet flew up to Boston, and then it flew, I believe, to the Virgin Islands, potentially with Bill Belichick on an interview. So if Belichick goes to the Falcons, would you become a Falcons fan?
No, I mean, not like it's the same as Brady and the Bucs. Like whatever team Belichick coaches for, I will. They'll be my secondary team. If he becomes
whoa,
Dallas,
whoa.
secondary team to Dallas.
Yeah.
that'll be huge.
Yeah, your secondary team, Dallas.
It needs to be. If he goes to the Falcons, I'll root for Bill Belichick. If he goes to the Cowboys, I will be a fucking diehard Cowboys fan.
Well, you already are.
Yeah.
You'll continue
does that
to
make
be.
sense?
Yeah, you'll continue to be a diehard Cowboys fan.
In fact, if Belichick goes to Belichick goes to the Eagles, I'm mandating it that you have to be a Cowboys fan next year.
I'm so happy this story arc.
Belichick's not going to the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck their fans.
I'm so happy this story arc has happened for you because
Max,
it's like
but they're
you
gonna
needed
lose,
a but you needed a full.
Do you want to lose, Max, or do you want Belichick? Or do you want to win, or do you want Belichick?
He thinks they could lose in the divisional
would you
round
rather?
and still fire
If
Sirianni.
they lose in the divisional round, I still think they fire Sirianni.
Yeah, he thinks that. So, but Hank, this story arc is so great.
Would you rather make it to the NFC Championship or get Bill Belichick?
NFC Championship.
You needed a humbling, and becoming a diehard Cowboys fan has been a perfect humbling for you.
Yeah, I was because I did. I guess this was after Thursday's show, and we were talking about Belichick, and then I went home and I got more in my feels after the show Thursday night. I watched like a 28-3, like the 1 hour long recap where it's like most of the important plays, but it's still a long version of the game. And I was like, holy shit. And so when the Cowboys were down a lot, even at halftime, like 27-7, I was like, oh, we can still come back. I was explaining it to the guy next to me who's a Cowboys fan, and he was like, dude, like you're talking about Brady and Belichick. Like, we're not doing this. I was like, I was like, we get the ball back, we score, 3 and out, score. Then it's 13 points, and there's plenty of time. Like, we're so in this. And he's like, he told me point blank, he's like, this is not happening.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was never happening.
That hit me. I was like, yeah, no, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if being humbled is getting invited to go down and spend a lovely weekend in Dallas, then I consider this a great humbling weekend for you.
Yeah, and weekend/week, because I don't like I went to check in for my flight. It was like, you can't check in until 6:05 a.m. tomorrow, meaning it's 6:05 a.m. Tuesday.
Another night.
But it was booked for tomorrow morning.
Good
so
luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, Hank.
Well, Hank,
Yeah.
please tell Tiff we say hello. Give our best.
I will.
Yeah, give her
I will.
your best too.
I will give her your guys' best.
Okay.
I appreciate
From
that.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hank.
But thank you, Hank, and thank you for reporting on scene in Dallas. I know how important it was for you to get down there for this game, and I know that
thank you guys for the opportunity.
you hate the fact that your flight got delayed, and that you won't be back for another day. But
What are you going to do all day?
God gives its toughest battles to its strongest warriors, or whatever the hell that saying is.
Yeah, I don't know. She's got a cool golf cart. I'll probably ride around on that. Maybe play some
Okay.
video games.
Okay.
watch the Bills.
Yeah.
If you want to feel bad for me, I put all my bets in before I left Chicago. Props, spreads, games, 13 bets between the Chiefs, Texans, Cowboys, Lions, 0-13.
Really?
Every single bet, nothing. Every game spread, every game total, a bunch of props, a bunch of parlays, nothing.
Hank, did I see that you signed the wall that you broke?
Yeah,
You autographed it?
I did.
As a
love
sports business reporter, how can I get my hands on that?
Her wall? You want
The signed wall.
Yeah, signed wall. We
Yeah.
should sell that to Ravel.
Goes for a lot of money.
We'll trade it to him for the handcuffs that MLK was, had, when he was arrested or something.
Yeah, I don't know, Jake. You might have to come down and carve it out yourself.
Oh, okay.
All right.
You want to go carve out Tiff's wall?
All right.
Maybe Hank can bring it back for me.
Yeah, Hank will carve out the wall.
Bring back a piece of that wall, Hank.
No problem. All right, Hank, thank you.
All right, miss you guys.